Just the fact that like our parents, when they were teenagers or like young adults, would just go out and they wouldn't have a phone.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
right?
like it seems so simple, but you couldn't think about doing that today.
when my...
When was the last time you went out without your phone?
I mean, I remember the specific... I have this vivid fucking memory of just... I remember that we were going to like a house party, not even a house party, a farm party. I think I've told that story before.
Yeah.
But just I remember having this holy shit moment where it was this farm in the middle of fucking nowhere, but we had a mate who had an iPhone, and he was like, "Wait, I can track where we're going because I have this thing that I can connect to the internet and it has Google Maps."
Right.
And I was like, "No fucking way you have that. Holy shit. That changes everything. What? You can do that now?"
I remember the first time
And we still got lost, by the way.
Yeah.
Arguably, I think like driving without Google Maps is harder than existing without a phone.
Dude, I still remember back in the day when I was like, in primary school, and in the back of my mom's car, we just had that giant fucking book of the map.
A to Z.
Yeah,
The A to Z.
The A to Z, and my mom was just like, "Can you look up so-and-so location?" I'd just be in the back, just flipping through pages, being like, "Okay, I think it's here." And now it's just so easy.
GeoGuessr.
Yeah, literally GeoGuessr.
Do you remember like Yellow Pages as well?
Oh,
like
yeah.
just having everyone's address and everyone's phone number in your neighborhood just listed down.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's fucking crazy to think about now when you're like,
Like,
shit.
just your fucking phone number
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like openly available for everyone to look at.
Right?
way.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Well, when my parents came to America, like my dad and Sydney's dad was having this conversation when we were like, exploring a different place, how they were like, yeah, I don't know how we just like got on a bus and got to like a random city and just found our way around.
Yeah.
Like with just like instructions.
That's why
for like road instructions.
I'm certain that's why my dad is so goated when it comes to directions. Just because his entire life, he's never had to rely on like Google Maps. He's just like, yeah, I just go to a place, I like just remember in my mind certain landmarks, and it's just in my brain.
I think you also had to like talk to people more. I think
Yeah.
people were
Oh,
willing to
100%.
help.
Asking for directions probably
Yeah.
meant more back then.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
probably why, when people shout out
Yeah,
hello,
sure, sure.
you
Oh, God, what, he wanted directions to get back into his house?
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe,
You wanna wipe
maybe,
his ass
maybe,
too, Gone?
maybe.
I think you just adapt, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever, being a 90s kid, do you ever miss anything from the 90s?
Everything was fucking cool. like you'd fucking...
Is it still cool or is it now cringe?
No, dude, being a kid nowadays sucks. Dude, like, remember when you walk into a fucking game, like just a game store, and they would have like 3 console stations you could just rent?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
go to fucking McDonald's, everything was fucking cool, shiny. They had fucking play fucking centers.
Yeah.
Like, everything was like, I feel like cool. Like, they made shit that was fun for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now everything's like you whip, like, oh, show McDonald's now versus the 90s.
Now everything is on their goddamn iPads.
I mean, it is kind of true.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
30 years ago versus now. Though,
It is
Yeah,
kind of
sure.
true. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
shit
wow,
used
look
to
at
be like
that.
fucking playful and cool.
It
like
looks
I-
like a fucking fever
And
dream.
like
dog.
I'm as an adult, sure, I like that everything's for me,
Yeah.
but I kind of feel like everything's lost its whimsy and charm.
Yeah,
as we
McDonald's
play.
isn't the
just-
place that like kids like want to go now.
This is just MySpace profiles versus Facebook profiles now. Back in the day when you can like customize shit and now everything is like
Oh, yeah.
uniform.
Can you show a 2000s gaming store interior?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is gonna
Okay.
like send you back.
No.
You're gonna hear the YouTube hypercam intro as well in your head. Dun. Like, dude, look at this stuff,
Oh,
Oh.
man.
Oh,
dude.
look at that shit, man, bro.
You know
when
what?
they had the demos on, or
Yeah,
like
that's what
this,
I'm saying. The
Yeah.
games, like they had
Yeah,
like,
the other one I kind of miss, which I used to
Dude,
go to
that,
my-
like-
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my
the shit that
God.
like. Oh, I was not old enough to do the PlayStation, but
Another one that I kind of miss that's kind of in the same vein that my dad and I used to go to was the local Blockbuster.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I miss that shit, man.
like stores used to be fucking sick.
yeah.
yeah.
Now every store sucks. Like being a kid is boring now.
Yeah, because it's just so like easily available for a lot of people now.
That's probably what they thought when we had this shit, you know. Probably what our parents thought when
it's like they have everything handed to them.
Yeah, you got every generation thinks the next generation has an easier time, which, you know, there are some things where, you know, our parents probably looked at this and they were like, back in my day, we only had the Atari or Commodore 64.
No, fucking even further than that, it's like back in my day, we had to go outside for the fun.
Yeah, but I wonder, like, because I just think that, like, there was a lot more interactive stuff as a kid. There's a lot more, like, when you were, like, just existing, there was a lot more stuff to visually be, like, interested by. And I feel like we don't have that much now.
Yeah.
So I'm not missing... I'm not saying like I look at that and I'm like, that's what we should have.
Yeah.
What I'm just saying is I look at it now and I feel like, damn, everything's kind of soulless now. Like,
I agree with you. I actually agree with you.
I'm not saying my generation we're the best. That's not the argument I'm trying to make. I'm just saying like, I feel like we have shifted a lot to be less kind of like, I don't know, just kind of like fun.
I think soulless is the right word, and
Soulless,
I don't.
corporate,
Corporate.
whatever
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
everything's about hard numbers now.
I think the other thing is everything's a lot more like minimalist in that sense, where it's like, you know, you look at like the McDonald's example,
But
right?
why the fuck was there a big ass tree in the middle of the McDonald's? Someone had to sign off on that being made and paid for.
That was just like, oh, that's kind of fun and wacky and cool.
It's just character, you know.
Yeah, but now everything's
no
like
shot this would be signed off on now.
Yeah, but now it's like, oh, everything needs to be like minimal and like pristine looking.
But you would only get that top now in like a Disney theme park. Like that's where like the only place where you could get like theming like that.
Yeah.
You don't just get theming like that now.
Look
Like,
at the fucking mural of Ronald McDonald in the back there.
That's
man.
an insane mural.
That's
by the
sick
way.
as
Yeah,
fuck.
I mean, this is definitely like. By the way, like this top example is by far the more like extreme
Yeah,
example.
not every
Like,
McDonald's in the 90s looked like this.
Like maybe there's a better example of like a McDonald's in a.
Well,
90s,
here's the big thing.
Hold on,
Here's the big thing. The picture on top looks like it was designed by a person. The picture on the bottom looks like it was designed by data.
Yeah.
It's just like fully optimized. Like I saw a video about how much this one machine
I've seen
has
that
just
one
like
too,
increased revenue for McDonald's. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, it makes sense when you tap into human psychology about how to like optimize the human brain as much as possible to extort.
They're min-maxing on that bottom
Yeah,
screen.
min-maxing on that.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
like 90s McDonald's. Yeah, I don't know. I think we've talked about the
just
McDonald's
like
playpen.
artwork, just like cool
Even
stuff.
the
like,
buildings, right? Look at that. Look at the picture of the building there on the left.
When's
Like,
the last time you saw Ronald McDonald?
No, you don't see Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, when was last time?
You don't want to know what Ronald.
When was the last time we saw Ronald, man? Is he still like an active mascot of McDonald's?
Yeah,
Or did he
guess
get like
so.
did he get like retired?
Yeah, but I think McDonald's realized that they're not like Ronald McDonald doesn't move fucking Big Macs. You know what I mean? Like McDonald's collabing with like fucking Hello Kitty cells.
yeah, no one goes.
Right?
Even back then, no one was like, "I'm going to McDonald's for Ronald."
People go to McDonald's because the food's fire and it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
But Ronald, man.
No
But
one has ever said,
Icon.
"Nah, I'm going to McDonald's because Ronald's there."
That's why Ronald's the GOAT.
How many like big corporations still have like a iconic mascot nowadays?
Well, KFC still has Colonel Sanders.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the mascot is like the problem here.
Yeah,
I don't think the whimsy is gone because we have no whimsical mascots.
companies still have mascots. I just think like they're not maybe pushing it out into the forefront as much, especially if you're like.
Or maybe
a
they
gear
just know
corporation.
they can like maybe they look at this and they're like, look, spending an extra 50 to 100 grand isn't on the interior isn't going to move more Big Macs.
Yeah. The kids will love it, but
Yeah.
Maybe they've just figured that out. They're
kids will love it, but the kids aren't the ones with the money.
yeah, and there's only so many Happy Meals you can sell to a kid at once.
Yeah, true.
And they've realized maybe just selling, it's gearing it more to adults and selling like more chicken nuggets or ice cream is like way more profitable.
I definitely do miss though, like a core memory that I had was just like every time you go to McDonald's and you'd be like, oh, I wonder what the kids meal toy is this this month or whatever, and you're just like fucking excited. To be like,
Obviously-
I hope I get the good one.
Obviously, there's also been a huge push from like governments to stop McDonald's from targeting kids.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're hooked and we talk about McDonald's forever because we love McDonald's because we've been loyal to them since the 90s and they had cool fucking shit.
Yep.
So obviously like they can't exactly rock up and be like, hey, it's just a fucking playpen. Everything's all fun and cool. Because obviously then government's going to be like, hey, you can't fucking target kids.
Yeah.
You can't make this
You can't make these children obese.
But that doesn't mean that like other stuff couldn't be like cool and shit and like fun.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like generally across the board, shit is boring now.
It's just more colorful.
It is a lot more colorful.
But I'm not
look,
character. I as an adult, if you made a Walmart like a fucking cool fun place, I'm still not going there. I'm gonna order shit on Amazon. You know what I mean?
No, I'm fucking going.
I'm going to Walmart as a kid.
But like, look, but however, I say that, but I treat going to Costco as like a fun day activity.
Yeah,
like
but that's as an adult.
That's an adult.
Costco is just a theme park for adults.
Yeah, Costco's not fun for kids.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is that like I'm not saying like I'm immune to like being like hyped about shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think again for kids there should be some stuff that.
Yeah.
What do kids do now?
They're on their fucking iPads, bro.
Yeah.
It can't only be iPads. Like, what if a kid gets a spare day? What are they doing? Like a 10-year-old kid.
Fortnite. Roblox.
No, there must be some activity that parents can take their kids to do at age 10. Are we that out of touch? We don't know.
Also, we don't have kids.
Take them to a fucking...
Yeah, but like, I feel like I would know what it, like, if I was in the 90s, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, take them to fucking McDonald's or something. You know what I mean? Like now I don't.
I mean, that's what my parents did.
Now I flat out, I couldn't tell you what a 10-year-old does.
All right, hypothetically, you have a kid, you have the day off, they are not going to school. Where'd you take them? Where? What's a fun day out for?
I feel like I'd be the worst parent because I'd rock up to a field and be like, all right, go,
run free, my child,
like a dog, like go on now.